Genesis 29, 31 and 32. When God realized Leah was unloved, now this wasn't a surprise to God, and this wasn't a shocker to Jacob, because Jacob wanted to marry Rachel, but ideally, Jacob should have accepted Leah as his wife, learned to love her. Laban shouldn't have tricked him. But ultimately, all this worked out to God's plan because he was meant to have 12 tribes of Israel. But Rachel was barren. He opened her womb, but Rachel was barren. So Rachel's unable to have kids. Yes, he loves Rachel, but if she isn't able to have kids, it's important for him to have sons. So he's going to lay with Leah so that they have a boy. So he does, for offspring, for children. She named him. Leah became pregnant and had a son. She named him Reuben. Look, it's a boy. This is a sign, she said, that God has seen my misery, and a sign that now my husband will love me. This, in part, was true, because it would take years for Jacob to truly be affectionate with her. We can see that as he's buried next to her rather than Rachel. But it did show God's favor because we see earlier in verse 31 that God realized and allowed it to take place this way. Now that does not mean that God did not love Rachel, because as we see later, God opens her womb. We need to realize that what God does in our lives is a blessing, but that doesn't mean people's view of us will change, because sometimes they don't. But that doesn't take away the blessing God brings.